Hey everybody, it's Cover Forward the guys. I'm your host tonight, Terrance. I got Nick with me. How you doing, Nick?
Doing great, man. Another great week of football. Can't wait to get into it.
Definitely. How you feeling, Keith?
I'm doing good, Cuddy. I've been right about some predictions here. Gotta talk my shit.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna get it out the way. So we're gonna get started here with some highlights and news. So things have been heating up in the AFC West. Very good competition in the AFC West. So what's y'all thoughts on the AFC West? What you think, Nick?
Talking about getting predictions right. My dark horse going into the year was the Chargers. Got off to a hot start.
Let's not cap like that ain't really a dark horse. Like
no, we're not gonna do that because when I said that, y'all was like, "Oh, they're in the toughest division. They ain't gonna come out on top of that," and they really got a shot. So I'm not gonna hear all that. I'm not gonna hear all that. No,
it's still tough though. It's still tough division.
We just said they wouldn't win it. We didn't say they weren't good. We just said they weren't gonna win it.
All I'm gonna say is just watch and learn. That dude Justin Herbert finally got a good coach. He's cooking. The defense is back healthy. If they can have Keenan Allen and Mike Williams playing, we talked about the top tens. Mike Williams cracked my top 10 this week. So if they can get consistent play out of all those weapons for Justin Herbert, and then also the defense stay solid. They gave up points, but look who they were playing, the Chiefs.
Asante Samuel balling for them, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The surprise people don't know that.
Raiders. People don't know that Jit really might make a run at defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Because he's balling right now. Him and Patrick Tane balling. So it's crazy. They both in the same division.
Bro, there's actually a bunch of good. Micah Parsons for the Cowboys is balling out too. They got a bunch of good defenders.
Listen, they got him moving from linebacker to DN now.
He's doing. That's why I said he's going to be doing everything this year.
What's crazy? So they said because like the speed thing of just putting him there and just letting him cut loose. Imagine if the Bucs would have did that with like Devin White. You would have been like, hey,
out the gates.
We're going to put you on the line. Just go hit somebody.
Well, they did it because of injury, but then they also kind of, in a sense, deep at linebacker. Don't know what they're going to do with Jalen Smith yet. And then, they got Van Der Esch. So, I guess to get all your talented guys on the field makes sense.
That's wild.
For me, man, it's just crazy to see, the Chiefs start off 1-2. And, you got Derek Carr playing lights out. You got the Broncos playing. Listen, I called it from the Broncos too before the season. That's all I'm gonna say. I did call the Broncos being nice, and then obviously, we got the Chargers as well.
It's weird when you think about seeing them not just run through people. And their first division game, they lost. I'm not counting them out because I already displayed like the shit they needed. They went and got the receiver and Josh Gordon because people don't want to accept the music to it. Sammy Watkins played a key role in that offense when he's healthy because they don't. Let's be honest, they ain't running the ball. So if three people
he's like their ex-receiver pretty much.
Yeah, so, if three people tripling Tyreek Hill and they letting Travis Kelce get off, but we need someone to be on the other side of Kelce. Josh Gordon is a great answer. They still gonna need some help.
We're gonna have to see how he performed too, though.
Hey, low miles, bro. If you look at it, he really ain't been beating up his body.
He's solid. Man, listen,
he looked insane, bro.
Yeah, he's insane, man.
My boy hooped with him at the University of Florida when he was it was 2 years ago when he was just around. Bro, he said, man, walked in, 6-pack, lit up. Just
he liked that, bro. He is definitely
dunking, windmilling, all types of crazy shit, bro.
He rocked up for sure. So to move on here, we got the Sunday night thriller between the Packers and 49ers. So is it safe to say the Packers back? And how much longer are you guys giving Jimmy G in San Fran?
You want to go, Nick, or you want me to do it?
I'll say my opinion on the Packers is they never left. They had an opening bad week, and like we said, weeks prior, they had that one bad game versus the Bucs last year. So to me, they never left. Now, whether or not they're one of the top tier teams, I want to see a couple more good games out of them. But Aaron Rodgers obviously had a clutch drive at the end, bring it back. But as of Jimmy G, I said, like Marquise called it with Justin Fields. It happened a little bit earlier with that. My opinion is still, I think they're trying to keep that trade value high for Jimmy G because at some point you can tell any excuse they get to put Trey Lance in, they do.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So they definitely want to get him into the real game situations. I give it, halfway through the season maximum. I don't see Jimmy finishing the season as the starter for the 49ers, whether it be trade or bench.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I definitely, just from watching the game, like you see how they throw Trey in there, and they have. I'm sure Shanahan has a whole playbook for this man already.
Yeah.
And when he get in there,
he's
and it's
foaming at
like
the mouth for it. Yeah.
And it's crazy because as soon as he gets in the game, it's instant production. He get in
You
the
can tell the
game.
team's hype about it too.
Yeah, the goal line, line up everybody on the right side, motion somebody this way. Trey Lance run off to the left. Like
it's wild to see it. That Packers situation, like you brought up, Terrance, and Nick was talking about it.
Yeah,
it's not really no surprise that they playing how they play. Their only questions really is on defense, and then having another option besides Devontae Adams. But apparently, ain't nobody on cover Devontae Adams, so it don't matter anymore.
Man.
Like as much as I've watched this man play, and it's real clear cut that he they number one option. And he still be getting off on people. It's not like, somebody takes him out the game, or like I haven't watched the game, and maybe like somebody could prove me wrong and pull up some film. I ain't watched the game last year where he got taken out of it, and I ain't seen the game this year where like someone literally has stopped him. And
Aaron Rodgers gonna feed that man.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know if you can who you blame that loss on. End of the day, they was playing that soft coverage, like
bro. I don't.
You know where the ball going? It's going to Devontae Adams. Come on.
I don't know what is going on with these defenses in the last 30 minutes, the past 3 weeks with multiple teams. If a team has to go damn near from their own 35 to get over, why is like that was
know your personnel, bro. You got Aaron Rodgers, arguably the GOAT, pitching it. He's gonna try to find a way,
bro.
Definitely.
I get the zone coverage.
No timeouts. It's like 30 seconds.
Yeah, no timeouts. I get the zone coverage, right? I understand it. I'm like, at least they didn't do what the Ravens did and play man all the way around and look like dumbasses. Like, I get that. But you could put one person out the zone and move them just to play man on Devontae Adams. Like, you can hey, you're going to play, fuck that zone, guard him.
Literally.
Bro, I do it in Madden all the time.
Yeah.
I'm saying someone on the blitz. No, you're gonna go cover him.
In the building, folks.
Yeah, had to throw that out there. But I mean, with the Niners situation, I think it's coming because I see Jimmy G doing shit that Jimmy G don't normally do, which is extending the play with his feet a little bit, which is kind of strange. I think I
feel like he feels like he needs to.
Yeah, he needs to.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And it's strange because he don't do that. So I feel like he's playing out of his comfort zone to try to be like, no, like keep Trey Lance on the bench. And honestly, I like Jimmy G and I think he's good. But it's just they gave up so much to get Trey Lance. Like, if y'all were going to keep Jimmy win games. Like, the Patriots would take Jimmy right now and let Mac sit the bench behind Jimmy. Like,
and you can still get so much for Jimmy, too, because there's teams hurting for quarterbacks.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, the Colts they're tired of the Carson Wentz experience right now.
Man, that man can't stay healthy to save his life. It's crazy.
The football team is begging for someone to come play quarterback because their defense is
exhausted. I still love that pick for Washington to go get them.
Yeah, bro, their defense is exhausted.
They will look totally different, definitely.
Yeah, you see it. Their defense looks like they can't get to nobody because they're always on the field, and they do look bad. So I feel bad that I put them in the top 5 of defense. They look like asshole right now. It's
they were in that division, So once they get maybe once
worst
the play,
worst damn division in football, bro. I'm so sick of this.
I might take the SEC over that division.
I might take the ACC, and we sorry.
Don't do that.
Bro, you're going too far. You're going too far.
I'm rocking my Florida State hat, bro. We are 0-4.
I might take the ACC over that division. That
y'all
shit.
out here losing to Georgia State. Hey, listen, they almost beat Auburn too.
Hey, listen,
they almost beat Auburn. So, I mean, y'all did lose to them. Auburn almost lost to them, but Auburn ain't been good in a couple of years. So
I'm just happy Florida took the loss to Bama, but let's keep going. I'm happy.
Listen, they were
don't worry about the door.
We should have won that game. The refs.
Hey, I just want y'all to know
the refs told us at that game.
What happened at the winning L column after the game? Yeah, I don't.
Asterisk. Them asterisks they put
up. like Deflate Gate for the asterisk for the Super Bowls and shit.
Call it what you want. You can't call me broke. Got the rings. So we're going to move on here. Cooper Kupp has been playing lights out. So entering Monday Night Football, he actually led the league in receptions with 25, receiving yards with 367, and receiving touchdowns at 5. Can he continue this dominance with Matthew Stafford? What do you think, Nick?
Absolutely. I mean, so they got a lot of Cooper Kupp. We already said this before. All their wide receivers, the reason why their core is so good is because all of them would be like the best, second best wide receiver on like these teams with elite receivers, but they're so deep at the position. You know, Cooper Kupp's he's an underrated route runner. He's underrated
He be
overall.
cooking.
He's got great hands. You know, he's a reliable target, and the fact that he's got someone who's able to get the ball downfield instead of al dente arm 2.0 and Jared Goff. You know, Matt Stafford's looking like he's like a kid on Christmas Day because he's got all these weapons. He's got great protection. He's got a coach that knows how to get position or players in the position to score. And, you know, so I absolutely believe Cooper Kupp might have like a breakout year just due to the fact that he's going to be getting all those looks. So, yeah, I definitely think he can keep it up.
For sure. What you think, Keith?
He's just a mismatch, bro. Like,
yeah,
I don't want to compare him to these guys, but like, I would take him over prime, probably Wes Welker and like Julian Edelman and all those like slot dudes, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like they benefited from the system. Like, I don't think those dudes were like elite route runners, elite hands. Like, he got elite hands and he's
they were good route runners, but yeah, that's where the
this man Cooper Kupp,
this dude is
probably
a full
top 5
receiver.
Yeah. Like he's not in my top 5, but you could put him in the top 5.
I wouldn't be mad about it.
Yeah, like it's not like you really gonna put him there. Yeah. It's like no, like if you look at it, there was a route he caught in the end zone. He ran an in and then fake for to come back out for an out.
Yeah.
He pivoted it on the out like he was gonna stop there and just catch the ball and kept going. The DB stopped with him. Yeah. It was like, he's stopping. Bro, just slid out of there. Bro, the DB face was like, oh. Like,
that's what we're doing.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you get someone to pause like that, Terrance, bro. Because to me,
he's nice.
I get what the DB was thinking because it didn't look like there was that much room for him to keep going.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I think they were playing zone. So he probably was like, oh, he ain't got that much room over there. So let me just stop short because he looked like he's stopping right here. But you got to know everybody toe tapping in the NFL to begin with. So a little bit of room is enough room regardless.
Definitely. I mean, you ain't got that much separation in the league anyway. I definitely think they can keep it going. I mean, like you said, they're deep at receiver. They got Van Jefferson, Deshaun Jackson taking the top off. They got Robert Woods. I mean, they're deep, man. Like, and then you got Sean McVay.
And Robert Woods is nice, bro.
Yeah. And Sean McVay, obviously, we all know he's an offensive genius. So,
he's
going to get those plays that they're going to get people open. Like, if you had Sean McVay, for example, on the Bears with Justin Fields.
Oh, he about to be having Justin Fields looking ridiculous.
Matt Nagy, man.
Hey, but you know, before we even like shifted, I'm impressed with D-Jax, bro. People be counting D-Jax out. I like Deshaun Jackson for the longest, right? And Matthew Stafford missed him on like 2 throws. Like, people forget.
Yeah.
He would have had like a Tyreek Hill type of day. Like,
Matthew
Stafford, I missed him on one and then didn't see him on the other one.
Yeah. Boy. Another thing people got to realize about Deshaun Jackson, y'all remember Joey Galloway? So like people talk about like
from the Bucks.
People talk about like, oh, he's older now, so he's not going to be as fast. I'm like, Deshaun Jackson losing 1 step is still faster than 90% of the receivers in the NFL.
He's still running past everybody.
Yeah, that's why Joey Galloway was the same thing on the Bucks.
And was smoking people.
Boy.
Yes.
Randy Moss right now, if you told him train for a month,
how much you run a 4.5?
Boy, he's smoking people. Like between him, Vic, like, and people forget even Vic when he came out of prison was still faster than the linebackers chasing
that
him.
dude off the yard was faster than most people.
That's so disrespectful. You mean you was in prison and you just came back and you faster than me?
Yeah, DJ like what 34?
Yeah, legit. And I think it honestly showed that time when he was in Tampa. It probably wasn't his fault that he wasn't getting the ball. Like James was just missing him.
I promise you, if he was on that team with the Bucks right now, like let's say he was in Scotty Miller's role, bro, it'd be stupid. It'd be stupid.
It would be ridiculous. Like it would be no need to even watch their game because it's going to be a blowout.
Scotty out right now too, something with his toe.
Yeah, but I mean they got AB coming back, so
they having them do that right now. So
he honestly won't even get that much PT anyway.
Oh no, because AB was actually in the rotation now, but I think now they just like get it. So when playoff time come, we want to get somebody by halftime because they don't want to play. They want to play some sorry defense.
Yeah,
bro, that shit's so crazy. I like situations where like it just doesn't make sense to me. Like I won't ever question a coach's play calling throughout like the game. But when you get in situations at the end of the game, like under 2 minutes, bro, I'm gonna be looking at you a little sideways. Like you got the whole game. I know, you drew it up. You got your first 15. They worked like gold. I ain't judging you, but the last 2
I've been
minutes.
judging every play Arthur Smith's called since he's been the head coach.
Oh yeah, the Mister. I ain't gonna use Kyle Pitts.
Man, listen, we ain't gonna get started on him today.
I give you a first round pick for him right now, and I'm speaking for all the.
I give 2 or 3. You can have Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry. You want to kill Harry? I give it. Here you go.
This is crazy.
I'll serve him up on a platter for that boy. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. You already know that's one of my Gator boys, but I mean, obviously I've seen him, go out there and do his thing, and I know what he can do. Y'all know what he can do, which is why y'all drafting so high, and still like, oh no, Hayden Hurst is our guy. I mean,
it's not. I don't even have a problem with that because Hayden Hurst is a good tight end, but this dude Lee Smith is driving me up a wall, bro. I cannot.
This man came over to watch the game. He probably could have broke the TV because how it was. I'm gonna be honest though. The Falcons fans, like Nick know because I've been saying it to him for the longest. Like they screwed that up. They wasn't supposed to draft Pitts. I'm gonna be honest. They were supposed to draft a quarterback. Like they were supposed to take Justin Fields. Because I'm honestly, if you would have traded,
I was supposed to draft somebody for sure.
If you would have traded Matt Ryan before Teddy signed to the Broncos or got traded to the Broncos, and all these teams filled their quarterback spot, somebody would have took Matt Ryan from you. Like, they would have took him, and you could have had Julio with Kyle Pitts or Calvin Ridley still with Hayden Hurst and Justin Fields throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm taking that every day.
I'm telling you, I was cool with the Pitts pick if we were going to use them, but the fact that we're not using them at all, why? If this was what it was going to be, why not take? It's not like a quarter. Like it makes sense if you draft a quarterback high and you've got a starting quarterback and they sit. That kind of makes sense. But like a dude like this who's ready to play right now,
listen,
arguably your second best offensive player.
After the draft, I was like, this pick makes no sense to me when you need defense or you could have got a quarterback.
Even if you use him, it doesn't make sense because let's face it, Matt Ryan gonna be done. He's done right now, but he's gonna be real done in like 2 years. Ain't no quarterbacks coming out next year that you're gonna fall to and get. It's only one.
Unless if we give number one, it's a wrap.
Yeah. So
that's and I mean, we know how bad you got to be to get that spot. So
I'm not. Hey, Nick was able to keep his $20 alive for another week, bro.
We got Washington up next. They're looking shaky. If we get that win, then we got the Jets after that. We can flip the season around. That's all I'm saying.
But then you got to win some games that you thought you wasn't going to win.
Don't worry about it, Terrance.
The Panthers cooking, and we got them after
just have my $20 fresh when I start counting. He know I'll be counting the day. Like, hey, okay, this was 11. You didn't get it.
Hey, don't be surprised if we get to 3-2 though. But then after that, it's looking shaky.
All right. Well, we definitely gonna keep that at the forefront here. But moving on, we got Kirk Cousins is off to a hot start, connected on nearly 74% of his passes with 8 touchdowns and no interceptions. This has been a quarterback that I can say we all have agreed upon is just like, mediocre guy. Yeah, highly overrated, mediocre guy. Is not going to get you over the top. I mean, end of the day, he's having a great start to the season, but they're still not winning games. So what do y'all think about this hot start? Keith, what do you think?
They bring this up all the time about when you overpay the quarterback. I'm not saying Tom Brady taking pay cuts is why he always wins, but it is a big factor because, hey, I can go get some other pieces to come play with me.
I mean, help when Giselle, your wife, and y'all already got bread.
Yeah, exactly. That's the factor that nobody mentions, that she's a fucking European star, regardless, and has a dumb amount of money. But if you're a quarterback and you're like, man, I got Justin Jefferson, I got Adam Thielen, I got Irv Smith Jr., even though he's out, I got Dalvin Cook. Damn, the dudes on defense ain't got nobody. Like, maybe I should restructure like something. Like, I don't know. I'm tired of hearing about Kirk Cousins.
I mean, yeah, he's just highly overrated. I mean, even with his hot start, they're not even translating to win.
They ain't won a game.
And this is my thing about it is he does this every year. Like every year, he's always been like a 70% or a high 60% passer.
He's like always 70. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's always had games where he gets 300, 400 yards in tubs. The problem is wait until he gets to the playoffs if they make the playoffs. Wait until the games really, really matter, and wait until it's time to cash in that check. just like Matt Ryan,
He
he
gonna crumble
always
every time.
folds.
Yeah.
He folds every time. So Vikings fans, if you feel like you have, something working for you this year, just think about last year. Think about the year before. Think about since Kirk Cousins has entered the league when he was with Washington, bro. I don't want to hear it.
Not even. You think about those times where that Minnesota team has gotten far in the playoffs, like with the Diggs with the upset at New Orleans. They had another like y'all done had chances. Like it's not like you ain't been at the door like, hey, we almost here. Like,
yeah,
it's ridiculous. Like I think it looks good on his numbers. Don't get me wrong. Like his number, like
even just like Matt Ryan, bro, he puts up good numbers.
Even when I did the quarterback chart, he was top 5 in everything except interceptions. He was 6, which is good. He was 6 in interceptions, but
yeah, it's just crazy because like I said, he always gets off to this hot start. Numbers look really good, but it doesn't translate to wins, which we all know why. Highly overrated. Definitely.
You just can't be paying him that much. Like that's like the Dak contract. Like y'all paying them a lot of money to do some shit that normal people be doing.
There's about 10 other guys that can do it. 10 other guys can do that.
Yeah, like there's nothing that sets them apart. And I don't get me wrong, Cowboys fans, we'll get there, but I'm not dogging on Dak. I'm just saying.
So moving on here, we got Justin Tucker's kick. Obviously, we know it was a league record 66-yard field goal. However, why does no one speak on Lamar converting on 4th and 19?
Oh, like I know why they don't speak on that. We ain't gotta act all ignorant. We know.
It's the narrative.
Man.
It's
out of hand.
It's the narrative and something else, but
great kick. Don't get me wrong. That's great kick, but everything leading up to that, just like the whole Aaron Rodgers with no timeouts, 30 seconds, getting Mason Crosby in for the field goal. Like this man converted a 4th and 19 prior to that. Like, man.
A 4th and 19. You know how ridiculous it is getting a 4th? People run screenplays on 4th and 12 because they're like,
running the ball.
We're not going to get anything. Let's just get
a draw.
Closer.
Yeah.
I just want people to realize that this man has done this for 4 straight weeks now. He's gotten them in field goal range to score. Granted, he like Shannon Sharp alluded to, and I've been talking about, he has had some throws that have been like, bro, why did you let that go? But he's also had some great throws. You look at his footwork.
Like everybody does that, honestly. And then it's just like, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. That's like Jameis against us this weekend, throwing the ball, fading away, post-man interception, pat it down, whatever.
Exactly. But his base looks better throwing the ball. I like that this year, if he gets us into something, he's actually like spinning the narrative around and keeping like going in the positive direction. Like he's like, okay, I made this mistake. Like, okay, I made this one, but all right, we still need to win the game. Like he's not putting his head down like, oh, I made a mistake. Like, okay, let's just box the game.
I mean, he has always been somebody that wants to be a pass first guy anyway. Everybody wants to put him, put the narrative on him that he's a running back or all he can do is run the ball or whatever. But I mean, if we want to go back to even like high school to college, like 8 touchdowns in 1 half.
Bro, that man could easily have 2 Heismans and not just one.
Oh my God. Like this man is insane. Like it's no fluke. So that's all I got to say. Yeah, it's no fluke for sure. So moving on here. So we got a couple teams in the league that are off to some shaky starts. So out of these 3 teams, do you feel like any of them should be panicking? So we got the Steelers, the Seahawks, and the Chiefs. What you think, Keith?
The Chiefs know, because we all know that they can get hot at whatever they want to get hot pretty much. So it doesn't matter. It's just a matter of if the defense just somehow pulls their head.
Enough plays.
Yeah, so they need to look into getting someone on defense, which is hard because you're gonna have to probably trade something at this point. The Steelers, no, because we already all of us had the whole agreement that they were screwed with Ben.
Man, he looks terrible. Line. You see him out here falling, making these little passes.
Yeah,
just looking terrible.
Bro, offensive line was bad. I feel bad for Najee Harris. Like we already knew that area was gonna be what it was. We already knew what was gonna happen with the Chiefs. No matter what, we know they could probably make something shake. Even if they don't, like whatever, they don't already won a Super Bowl. The Seattle situation.
Do you think they should sit Ben? Do you think they should go ahead and pull him?
Yeah, I'm playing Haskins. Like there's just no difference, or like I don't get it. Like nobody even wants to trade for Ben, so it's not like the Niners situation. You can't get nothing for him. So yeah, but I think the Seattle situation is the biggest surprise because that is crazy. because they wouldn't got linemen for Russ. He has all his weapons. He loves Tyler Lockett. The defense has people like.
I mean, the offense looks good. It's just the defense, like
I don't know why it's not gelling. They're missing pieces, but like, I don't know. And they're in a tough division, so they can't keep losing games.
I mean,
like,
but when you let somebody come back from being down just from doing this, and it's coming and you can't stop it. I mean, at some point, somebody gotta make a play.
Derrick Henry done that to a lot of people, but the fact is y'all knew that was happening, and he kept doing that.
Man had 35 carries against them. Like,
what you think, Nick? I'm going to Seattle. I gotta go with Seattle because I'm just shocked.
I picked Pittsburgh, and I mean, yeah, we knew that Ben's halfway out. But they still have weapons on offense. The offensive line's a little depleted. But the reason why I picked them is because, one, you went from being the best record in the NFL last year.
Oh, yeah.
To looking like one of the sorriest teams in the NFL. And then on top of that, your defense is at least your pride and joy. And you just got absolutely cooked by the Cincinnati Bengals. Like, you made Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow look like they're 10-year vets.
Hey, listen, they said that they can sense that the Steelers quit as well.
Yeah, Tyler Boyd said that.
So that's what that's the reason why I picked the Steelers, is where they were last year, where they are now, and then the fact that, I still believe in Russell Wilson, that they could still turn it around, because San Francisco is not looking like the best team in the division. Yes, the Cardinals are really turning up, but so I picked the Steelers because, like, the fall from grace is just so crazy in 1 year.
You think it was quick too? But I mean, a lot of people call it a fluke when they went.
They were flukes, and they were flukes. And this was their year to prove that they weren't. And all they're doing is saying, "Nah, yeah,
true."
Do you think Juju's going to regret his decision in coming back? Because in my eyes,
he probably already does. He probably.
I thought he looked at it as an aspect of, okay, I'm not going to take a 1-year deal for somewhere else, because what if I don't put up the numbers I would in this system? I'm going to stay, put up the numbers, and then get cashed out on payday next year.
I mean, they still could trade him and get something for him at this point.
At this point, I'm trading him.
They could,
because I don't know what team would
get
give you
something for him before he leaves.
Yeah, you need to look at getting a lineman, and them are hot commodities. So I don't know if you could get a lineman out of somebody, but
I mean, know. Like I called that too. Like, I love Najee Harris as a running back, but it just didn't make sense when you need the offensive line help.
Put him and Juju in a package to somebody, and somebody gonna give you a damn good lineman at that point.
They gonna need more help than at that point, but I'm gonna go.
Everybody saying Chase.
Everybody
saying Chase Claypool the answer. So, boy,
you gonna see.
I think he's nice, but I don't think he's what.
I think he's a deep threat, but he's not he's not no Antonio Brown or.
Oh no!
Obviously, we know the type. We know the type of year that Juju had when he still had AB. I don't even think he's going to be that reliable, because I think he still drops the ball too.
I take Deontay Johnson over him.
Yeah, they dropped the ball. Both of them dropped.
Both of them dropped the ball, but I just like Deontay Johnson's moving all over the field. And
he's shifty. He's a guy that's elusive. You give him the ball in space, he can make guys miss. He can make plays. He just has to catch the ball. That's obviously a big part of his position is catching the ball. So that's big. So since both of y'all won't be, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. And the reason I'm gonna go with the Chiefs is, if you just take a look at it, you got Derek Carr playing lights out. Everybody was just stuck on, what direction their organization was heading to the season, trading all their offensive linemen, and just, they had a lot going on. But you got Derek Carr stepping up to the plate. You got the Broncos just doing what they do, honestly, going out there and winning games. And you got the Chargers, same thing. I mean, keep on pressing on the gas and ascending, getting better, week by week. And them falling to 1 and 2. I mean, if those teams stay hot, I mean, I can understand if, the Chiefs do, they, like we said, they get hot. But if those teams stay hot, I mean, it's going to be kind of tough for them to get back in the mix for sure, from my opinion. And moving on here, we got the Panthers. They started off to a 3-0 start. And then also this week, they traded for C.J. Henderson, which not sure if anyone would have guessed, I guess, prior to the injury to J.C. Horn, that they would have traded for him. But then there's also not going to be any more Darnold to Arnold connection going
Dan
on.
Arnold.
So
Jags was lying their ass off this offseason. They know they was gonna shit that man.
Oh yeah, they knew it for sure. But now, people speculating, they could have traded CJ Henderson to the Saints for Michael Thomas in some kind of package or something like that. So, I mean,
hey, I'm letting you know the Saints ain't moving off Mike Thomas until they direly have to. I would do it, but they're not doing it until
they can get a haul for that man.
Until they utterly have to. Until he goes, you know what? I don't want to play here. I'm not going to play here. They're not doing it. So unless he walks in the front office and strictly says that, they're not doing that. I mean, honestly,
if they keep winning games without him, they might.
Nah, they're not doing that. He too dynamic. I'm real big into if you got a dynamic piece, you can move off of them if they really genuinely don't want to be there, but they are hard to replace.
They are.
Minnesota got real lucky getting Justin Jefferson. Like, let's be honest, you ain't gonna have that situation happen like that. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah, they definitely got one. They definitely got one there for sure.
CJ Henderson going is crazy because I think they really did the save face if Deontay Johnson leaves, or not Deontay Johnson,
Dante Jackson.
Dante Jackson. If he leaves, because he's supposed to get paid next year, maybe it saves face. All right, we can't pay him. We're gonna bring CJ Henderson in. You get 2 more years off CJ Henderson's deal. And then you're really stacked at corner, especially in that division. So it's kind of nice.
I don't know. It's crazy to see them, ship off their tight end. We know that, the Jags, Tim Tebow, they need tight end, I guess. But
they got way too many wideouts. So if we sent the tight end who wasn't all that. I mean, he's nice with Darnold, but he's not all that. It's okay because I need y'all to use Robbie Anderson more because I'm dying in fantasy football.
Man, that man is not getting the rock at all. It's just mind-boggling, honestly. Yeah, it's mind-boggling for sure. I mean, honestly, maybe now with Arnold gone, maybe those targets go to Robbie Anderson potentially because, they got to go somewhere. I'm not sure if they're – and honestly, they might have traded Arnold due to the rookie Trimble that's coming in. He's been running jet sweeps in for touchdowns and stuff, pretty athletic tight end, so maybe – they felt comfortable
probably see
enough.
something with him, yeah.
Yeah. I think they see something with him.
Like he said, Dan Arnold's a good tight end, but he's not like one of those upper echelon guys. Like it's pretty easy to move off him, especially with the wide receivers they got.
Yeah, like you mean to tell me Sam Darnold can't throw the ball to Robbie Anderson, who he played with? Bro, what?
Yeah, DJ Moore finna have a season.
Yeah, but you could easily be getting both of them the ball. Like it's kind of weird.
Oh, for sure.
Like how are you?
DJ Moore is the number one, and it's crazy to me that you sit here and they literally just extended this man 2 years, $30 million, and then you don't give him the ball. Like you don't design plays to give him the ball. You don't find ways to give him the ball, but you just extended him $30 million.
All I know is if you extended him and Chris McCaffrey keep getting injured next year, y'all probably should look into moving Chris McCaffrey. Now I'm being 100% honest.
They get a haul for him too.
I just said that on this pod. If he doesn't get healthy this year, you can't beat Carolina and just you built the team up this much to where if he can't be healthy, it's so detrimental.
Yeah. Maybe Chuba Hubbard can turn to that guy. We'll see.
Yeah, he probably will. But he can't be the one factor. If he's not there, it's so detrimental to us. Especially because he keep getting injured.
Yeah. But the thing is, you got to look at his usage for them, though. So it's
that's my thing. I thought with coming into this year, I knew that they were going to try to use him as a safety blanket for Darnold, but I was like, all right, they got to cut it back a little bit because that's what's getting him hurt. It's that's your entire offense. And now you've got weapons and they just keep giving it to him over and over again out the backfield, in the backfield. At some point, if I'm Christian McCaffrey, look, I know that y'all paid me all this money. You want me to do this, but please give me a break.
Yeah,
he's not a big dude either, too.
He's 6 foot, but he only weighs 210 pounds for a running back. That is not big at all.
That's
he's rocked up though a little bit.
He is, but
he can be rocked up all he wants.
Look at Derrick Henry, bro.
Oh yeah, that's
look at Dalvin Cook. We don't even have to say Derrick Henry because that's a different beast. But look at Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook a bad comparison. He'd be getting injured too.
Well, yeah, but he's much bigger.
It's different though. I feel like
I just feel like he getting injured too much. They using him too much. Like Nick said, you can't have all these weapons. And you're still trying to feed Chris McCaffrey this ungodly amount of touches.
Yeah.
What? Saquon, the Giants are trying to figure that out because they have that issue. Oh, well, fuck, we normally just give the ball to Saquon. but he's trying to rehab from his injury. He's not fully healthy yet. Like, well, do we cut Jones loose and let him, hey, distribute the ball everywhere? Like, I don't know.
I mean, he looks good. Their offense looks good when he runs the ball more, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. The offensive line, play calling with Jason Garrett is something. I mean, I don't know what it is with them. But Daniel Jones
If you ain't gonna use Kadarius Toney, I'm pretty sure somebody would take him from you. So
man,
if y'all don't want to use him,
ship him to New England.
The Patriots
Please.
could use them. The Vikings could use them. The Titans could what is the point of drafting these guys? And it's not like dudes that we're questioning like if they actually have talent. Like it's dudes we've seen have ridiculous talent, and we're like, okay, like
it's going to translate to the league. That's we were high on Kyle Pitts, Kadarius Toney, a couple other guys, and it's just crazy that I mean he hasn't seen many snaps at all, and it's crazy because it's like, okay, you got what? Sterling Shepard,
they got people
Kenny Galladay, and you got
him that could make an issue for him to start. I'm not saying start him, but there's a way you can get this man to touch the ball. It's a long season.
Yeah, you definitely put him in the game and get him the ball.
Bro,
I mean, get him out in space.
His comparison was Percy Harvin in college. I'm not saying he's Percy Harvin, but if his comparison is Percy Harvin, if you look back at how Minnesota used Percy Harvin, you should probably be like, let's bite some ideas from this.
I'll be going back looking at film. Yeah, we need that play right there. But that's just me. So now we got Marlon Mack and the Colts agreeing to seek a trade. So honestly, me personally, I think Ravens would be a great fit. I know y'all signed a plethora of running backs, but Marlon Mack would definitely fit with y'all. I feel like he would also fit with us. I also feel like he would fit with the 49ers having a problem at running back. I know we lost James White, which is why I say he would fit with us. And
we got way too many damn running backs, big dog. If you would have told me this like 2-3 weeks ago, I'd have, all right, yeah, do it. But I want to see what the 1 year he got injured last year. Tayshawn Williams does. I think he's real good.
He is. He's nice.
Latavius Murray fits pretty well. Mm-hmm. Even Devontae Freeman looked good in spurts. So like, there's no space for Marlon Mack, and I would hate to see the Ravens put a draft pick into that. And there's so much other shit that I think they should put draft picks into, and they don't go get. Like,
I mean, he's a young guy though, so I mean,
Marlon, he'd probably be. If I was the Bucks, I might trade Rojo. If I was the Bucks or the Chiefs, because Clyde Hilaire is dropping the ball for whatever.
Yeah, but reason. I mean, at the same time,
I wouldn't trade him. I'd keep him. But I'm just saying he keep dropping the ball.
The Colts are stacked their running back too. They don't necessarily need a running back.
Colts don't need a running back. So it's just a matter of what they're gonna ask of you. Like the Niners, if they wanted Jimmy G, you're going to have to send me Marlon Mack and a couple picks.
I think that would work, honestly. Like I said, they need a running back. Maybe they want to move on from Jimmy G. He's been playing well, so, okay, his stock is high. Let's move on from him while his stock is high. And we also can get, fill a need that we need. We lost Mostert for the year. Okay, let's put in Marlon Mack with Trey Sermon. We got
Nick, where do you think he's going to go?
I don't know, but I mean, y'all definitely gave some good picks, and I'm really not being biased when I say this. I think like a good dark horse in that trade could potentially be us, and the reason why I say us is
y'all need a running back. Y'all need a running back.
We need one bad. So like we've already said, Cordarrelle Patterson, who's been balling this year. I'm not saying he hasn't been
crazy,
but
he's not a running back though.
He's not a real running back. But I think let's say you put in Marlon Mack, and that's our solid number one running back. Then you got Mike Davis as the bruiser, and then you can put Cordarrelle Patterson, kind of just let Cordarrelle Patterson continue what he's been doing. I think that now we kind of have a matchup nightmare in the backfield for a lot of teams. Not saying it salvages the season or anything, but it would definitely be a good fit for us.
Oh, for sure. You guys definitely need another running back because
I don't know.
Mike Davis pretty much is the only running back, and then definitely need another one for sure.
If you're Atlanta, it just depends on what they want. Like if they want something.
Yeah, that's why I say dark horse, because if they're not asking for too much, then sure. But like
Atlanta can't afford to give up.
We don't got enough talent like to give up anyway. So it's like, I don't know. As long as we're not giving him the king's ransom, like chill. He's not, that's not Derrick Henry, but
you can't be
49ers would be a good pick, I think, though, for sure.
You can't ask Atlanta to give up anything other than like a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
Because they need defense, help, like they cannot give up something high that could possibly.
Yeah, y'all down bad.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to think where Marlon could like, other than Atlanta, like.
I think the 49ers fits well because then you can also send a package for Jimmy G. Maybe they are ready to move on from him. So
if I was the Cards, I'd do it. I don't buy into the James Conner hype. I'd get Marlon Mack.
Cards just want to round out the offense a little bit. Yeah.
For sure. I agree. Yeah. Like just in case James Conner ain't snapping, which he don't. I haven't looked, but I don't think he really is. I'd go.
Nah, he hasn't really done much.
Exactly. I'd go get him.
I like it. Yeah, I like it for sure. So moving on here to halftime, we got Keith going to give us the top 10 players of the week. So let us know what we hitting on for this week, Keith.
All right. 10. So, there's some non-negotiable stuff we were talking about for the pod, before the pod started. This is stuff that we're not going to negotiate anymore. It's like beating your head into cement. All right. Derrick Henry is by far the best running back in the league. Nick alluded to it. It doesn't matter how you can gadget play other running backs or how you want to use them, or Derrick Henry can't catch the ball. That is besides the point. This man arguably should have an MVP in the league for being a running back for one of the past couple of seasons. You saw what he just did to Seattle, what he just did this past Sunday. He's snapping, doing great. I think he averaged 4 yards a carry this past Sunday. He's going off. Josh Allen is coming in at 2. So Derrick Henry's 1. Josh Allen's 2. Josh Allen didn't throw a pick or take a sack against the football team, which is crazy when you think about playing that defense.
Lit the scoreboard up too.
Exactly. Then we got Myles Garrett, who got 4.5 sacks against Justin Fields, which is ridiculous. Bro,
listen, this man Justin Fields had net 1 passing yard. Bro, like, if that don't scream, we done with Matt Nagy, I don't know what else does. Bro, net 1 passing yard? Come on.
The fact
upset, man.
Yeah,
come on, bro.
He upset at that. But the fact that Myles Garrett put up 4.5 sacks, Chandler Jones put up 5 the other week, like that's ridiculous. All right, so that Myles is 3. 4 is Justin Tucker, obviously best field goal kicker in history. Honestly, I don't want to sound biased, but he is the best kicker in history. If you ask me, it sounds biased. I'm a Rays fan.
It's a couple kickers out there,
Yeah, kick rocks. He the most accurate, easily. 66 yards. That's the longest in NFL history. He won us the game. He's finishing at 4. Number 5 is Devontae Adams. Ain't nobody stopping this man. It's just getting ridiculous at this point. 6 is Trevon Diggs. He's been a real bright spot on that defense in the Cowboys. Honestly, I thought he was special last year. He's going to be their number 1 corner. You can tell him working out with his brother in the offseason helps him tremendously. He's
really confident right now too.
Yeah, he has hands like a damn receiver. Like, he's not tapping the ball. Like, if he has a chance to make a play, he's making a play.
I mean, you think about it too. He played at Bama, so it wasn't like he was, guarding some bums. And then every day at practice, think about the talent he was going against. And I think that was another thing that had him so hyped too. Was I'm playing against somebody who I was
playing against my boys.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm playing against my boy right here, so I'm gonna lock you up again.
So you got him at 6. Matthew Stafford had a day, got the win against Tampa. It was a big win. Stats looked great. Didn't throw any interceptions. Had 3 tubs. He looked great.
Matt had 4 tubs.
Yeah, 4? Oh, good save there. Thank you, Nick. And then another big one is Mike Williams. He is playing huge for the Chargers. Yeah, it does not make sense. I'm watching him catch jump passes from 40 yards out. They know he's getting the ball. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Him and Herbert have a connection. It's crazy seeing them, like, how their connection's going. He looks real good. Another one at 9 is Alexander Matheson on Minnesota. He stepped in for Dalvin Cook. He rushed for, I want to say, 100. It was a low number in the hundreds. Nick can fact check me on that, but it's low in the hundreds. It's nice. And Nick just has a computer up too. But he stepped in for Dalvin Cook and didn't miss a beat, production wise. Obviously they probably would have liked to have Dalvin, but he was out there. And then 10 is D-Jax. It's Deshaun Jackson without a question. I was happy to see him light up Tampa because Tampa fans were saying, oh, D-Jax is washed, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's a matter of if D-Jax is washed.
That man had 120 yards off 3 catches. That is so stupid.
He's not washed. It's a matter of how you get him the ball. You know how you got to use him. Okay, He is honestly, he
You
probably
gotta
is
choose your shots.
he is a one-trick pony in a way. Like, you know how you got to use him. You're either using him jet sweeps, kick return, or him running goes. So you know how you got to use him. He's not a one, like he is a one-trick pony. But if you get this man the ball, he's electric.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
For sure.
It doesn't matter how you're going to ball. He still has burners. Obviously, you saw Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford missed him on 2 throws. Let's be honest. Matthew didn't look at one.
He would have had a day.
And he had him open. And then another one, he missed him on the throw. So you got to think, he would have had a Tyreek Hill type of day.
Yeah.
So
and he kind of already did.
Realistically, he kind of had that day without even getting even more catches. So that's the top 10 I got. I think Nick got some like fixes he had thrown in there, but that's the top 10 because
I liked your picks. The only thing I wouldn't put Derrick Henry at 1. I mean, I do think he's the best. The dude had 113 yards, which is dope, but no touchdowns on 28 carries. I mean, Peyton Barber, you didn't give him a mention, but he had 111 yards and a touchdown on 23 carries. So he low-key played better than Derrick Henry. But obviously, the better player is clearly Derrick Henry. So that's just like, that's my big one. I put Matt Stafford on mine at number 1. I mean, 343 yards and 4 touchdowns, no picks. I mean, yes, it's kind of easy against that Tampa.
I was expecting great things out of him this year. Moving to this team, there's no reason why he's not having the success he is.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, other than that, I don't know why, Keith, but I thought you were going to leave Justin Tucker off the list, and I was ready to light your ass. I'm not going to lie. I was going to light your ass.
You think I'm going to leave my man's off, bro?
Yeah, because I got him
bro.
I got him at number 3. But other than that, no, I mean, like, your list was definitely pretty good. I was a little upset about the Peyton Barber getting left off because he had a good day. But other than that, yeah, I thought you were a pretty solid list.
Hey, we're not slanting dudes. I'm sorry I slanted Peyton Barber. He did.
Oh, no,
I did.
It's all good.
No, I did look at him, and I was like, But it's just the top 10 players of like how they perform. He should be there. You could arguably put him there over Henry, but I just feel like Henry's just dominant. I'm not leaving him off, especially a day where he rushes for 100 because people say, oh, well, you can limit him. No, bro, they're going to feed him the ball regardless.
Oh, yeah, he going to get his touches and his yards.
I'm glad Tennessee's kind of realized like, hey, you know what? Granted, we got some other weapons for Tannehill, but we was winning because we was giving this man the ball.
Oh, that's the formula right there. Feed that man. Feed the king. That's the formula for their success. And
best running back in the league.
So after week 3, since we're already here, so who is your guys' early MVP candidate that you want to keep an eye on? Who you got, Nick?
This is tough.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this? And I really believe this. And this is also me projecting a little bit.
Like, I think I know who you're about to say, but go ahead.
But I really do think Matt Stafford might pull out an MVP this year. I really do, with the weapons that they got, the play calling that they've had in Los Angeles with Sean McVay, the division they're playing in, because they do take into strength of schedule and they're in a tough ass division. If he can come out on top, take them to the NFC Championship or a Super Bowl, I mean, I think this dude will finally get his flowers. He's someone that I've always thought was underrated because the situation he was in. I think he's balling out. So that'd be my pick this early on in the year.
Okay, who you got, Keith?
I'm going to throw these people a bone, and I hate this fan base, but...
Oh, don't say it, bro. Don't say it, bro. Don't say it. I'm going to sign off.
Bro, it doesn't result in a matter of wins. It's just off statistics, you know? So if we're just going solely off statistics, and honestly, you probably could go the old man Brady, which wouldn't be actually...
Wouldn't be bad.
I'm going to go Brady. Okay. I'm not gonna.
Who'd you think I was gonna say?
Well, I thought you were gonna say him. I thought you were gonna say Derek Carr.
No.
So then I was like, oh, I feel like he's gonna say Derek Carr. But honestly, for me, it's either Dak or Tom. I'm gonna slant.
I had Dak as the comeback player of the year. Remember that? I did.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll say that about Dak, but.
That was my comeback player.
But you got to look at how they're using them. You know, it's short, intermediate throws, some shots down the field, and he is
balling. I shouldn't be.
Yeah, he has a plethora of weapons. So you know that defense. Granted, they're playing better, but at some point, I don't think they're going to play great the whole year.
And Amari Cooper didn't even have a good game. That's like
not at all.
Yeah.
So he's going to keep putting up numbers because at some point the defense might tail off. So he's going to keep boom, 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 getting.
Oh yeah, he's going to boom for sure.
Yeah.
And it's crazy
he's kept the turnovers in check.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's who I also was picking too as well, Nick. I was going with Stafford. Because I've been high on him ever since the trade. I just felt like he was coming into the perfect situation.
We all said it.
From the worst situation
this year. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's crazy that we both went there as well. So moving on here. So we got something that I know you guys would like to elaborate on. I'm gonna sit here and let you guys talk about it for a little second. So I know y'all want to talk your little trash.
It's that
I had to
time.
put it in here. So Mac Jones threw 3 interceptions, and then we also got Tom Brady coming back home this week. So
Yeah.
what you got to say about that, Nick?
So I'll just open with this. Yes, the one was definitely complete. Like, first of all, should have been a completion and instead turned into a pick six. So I don't blame him for that. He in his touchdown pass, the one that he had where dude stayed in bounds and then was able to stretch the arm out. That was actually a ridiculously good pass. So I'll start
Kendrick Bourne, yeah.
I'll start with pumping the brakes on you a little bit to give him some praise. But I do think so. A little bit of it was what we were saying, that Bill Belichick is arguably, to me, not even arguably, the greatest coach of all time, and he knew how to implement Mac in. And this is the first game that he kind of lets him go. And I'm not even talking about the interceptions, but the dude threw 51 passes. His completion percentage dipped like crazy. He was throwing the ball further downfield, which I know you got to let him loose a little bit at a certain
trying
point.
to take more shots. I feel like that's why I probably.
So they wanted to see. It clearly looked like a game where they wanted to see what he could do. Unfortunately, this was, Jameis was Jekyll rather than Hyde this game, so he couldn't really keep up with what Jameis was doing.
Jameis honestly played like Jameis. It just went in his favor this week.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
honestly, I feel like if we didn't have a pick six, I feel like we would have won that game.
Well, we'll also get into this. They've kept him under 25 passes a game, and that's nuts because when he was in Tampa, he was airing out every game. But anyway, I thought Mac didn't really necessarily play awful, but I think it did expose that, Bill Belichick does need to kind of hold his hand a little bit more throughout the year.
Another part of it too is they were sending so much pressure the whole game, just like, hey, if you're gonna beat us, we're gonna make you earn it.
Yeah, you gotta.
For me, exactly. I feel like that pick at the end of the game, I feel like is honestly the only pick that I would be like, okay, he threw that pick. But the one Jonnu Smith, the pick six, and then the other
that
one,
was bad.
The other one was a pressure sack. He was getting hit when he was releasing the ball. I'm not going to necessarily put that on him because we honestly had a hard time protecting them all game. Hopefully, Trent Brown comes back this week, and hopefully that tightens things up. And, we're going to have to – honestly, we're going to have to this week, man, with Tom coming home and the team he bringing, we're going to have to let Cowboys, they gave us the blueprint. Air it out. Don't even try to run the ball because – let's be honest.
That's my thing with Mac. If y'all were gonna try airing it out, and I get they probably had to with the amount of pressure they were bringing, but if y'all are gonna air it out with Mac, let him do it next week,
bro.
Yeah,
we got to this week.
I'm gonna be honest.
Tampa, we have to.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm about to rip the Patriots as they want to rip. Terrance about to hate me.
Hey, listen. Do your
thing. Look at this. Brady gonna throw for about 450 yards this week.
Yes.
He probably gonna get 4 touchdowns for sure.
Yes. Nah, I don't like it.
Hey, no.
Why you making try to seem like our defense is just trash?
Nobody's saying your defense trash. Your defense gonna be on the field the whole time, and you gonna face the best rush defense.
Listen.
Okay? Wait. No,
the key to the game is Mac Jones airing it out.
You said it was being a dick. You said you were gonna let us get it
out. Go ahead.
Y'all gonna face the best rush defense, right? Y'all, I like the corners, but Stephon Gilmore's not there. Y'all is not matching up with all them weapons. Nobody in the damn league is 4 corners deep to stop these guys. That's the other point of that. Tom's coming back home. He gonna light y'all up. Mac Jones looks awful. Okay. All right. We're gonna bring up the fact that me and Nick said it was the weapons. Y'all don't have no damn weapons. So who is he gonna air it out to? You got Jonnu Smith dropping the ball.
And who they got covering him?
That's a good point. But if you're going to drop the ball, they ain't got to cover you.
Listen, Jonnu Smith, he going to have a good game next week.
All I'll say is if
he got to make up. He got to make up last week.
And let's be honest, they're going to have Devin White or Levante David Gardner. So is he really going to be that open?
He pissed me off, man. He dropped the ball a couple times.
And I'll put this on the air for you, Terrance. If Mac, even though the Tampa Bay Bucks corners are kind of sorry, if he can withstand that pressure and deliver balls to his guys, and he can have a good game, regardless, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I agree with Keith. I think y'all about to get smacked. But if he can have a good game, just withstanding the pressure, because the Saints don't have the same type of pressure that the Bucks can provide, and that pressure got to him. I'll give him
offensive line was a little shifted up, so
yeah. Let's look at it the other way too. the Chiefs, the Ravens, and I want to say there's like a couple other teams, all had the opportunity to go get this man Julio Jones. And it is looking so more evident to teams that should have did it. You like the Chiefs you should have hit the button.
That was a no-brainer for them, honestly. They should. Like, I mean, if anybody was gonna do it.
Granted, the big thing was you had to eat some of his salary. That's the one big negotiable. Like Atlanta was like, yeah, you guys are gonna eat.
We had enough though. We had 15 million.
Exactly.
I was cool with that.
So y'all had money to eat his salary. I don't get why, if you were part of the Patriots, you get this man a weapon. You saw,
bro, we traded for Mohamed Sanu and wouldn't trade for Julio. It just blows my mind.
You get what I'm saying? At Alabama, it wasn't like he was like Trey Lance, where he was at a smaller school. Maybe he didn't have receivers, but he was looking good.
The only thing I can think of is maybe the Falcons franchise, with the fact that everything that happened between the Patriots and the Falcons, they were like, Bill called and was like, hey, and they were like, nah, don't even think about it. Like, don't even think about it. We're not sending him to y'all.
At this point,
we traded for Mohamed Sanu, but won't go get Julio. Like,
you gotta all those teams got to be kicking themselves in the ass, because it just looks like it's so funny looking at it now. It's like, bro, like you let Tennessee snag him, and y'all just didn't want to eat some of this man's salary, and it's so evident that some of you guys needed a receiver. Like, you guys need a receiver. Like, if Mac just had one weapon,
I mean, if we had a number one like that, it would make a difference. But I feel like the system definitely helps to where you don't need a guy like that. But then if we did, obviously we see how that worked. Obviously,
for him,
Randy Moss come in as a dominant receiver, and we see how that worked.
For him, at this point in his career, you needed that number one. Now, if it was Mac Jones 6 years later and he's been producing and he's been Mr. Consistent or whatever, okay, maybe you didn't. But him being a rookie, you needed that weapon. At the end of the day, you needed it. I mean, maybe you can beg Chicago for Allen Robinson and send them a corner. I don't know.
I would love that too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But yeah, you guys are about to get dog walked, and Brady about to have a field day. Let's be honest. And Gronk probably gonna put up 200 yards.
Listen, if Gronk's still breathing,
he breathing. Just don't wear rib protectors. He probably should.
Bro, I promise you, he will this week. I promise you, he will.
He breathing real good this week. I'm letting you know. He got hit.
Listen, we don't have to see the game plan. We're gonna have to see the game plan. We ain't gonna make it seem like our defense just some trash, and our offense gonna have to step up.
It's not that, like, and I mean, it's not serious, Terrance.
Y'all got to score.
Anybody could stop that offense. Like, I don't care. Number one, the Rams. I mean, the Rams were able to hold them to like as limited as they looked like they could be, and that's like the pinnacle of defense. And they still put up 24 points. So I mean, like, on their worst day, they're still scoring in the mid-20s. So, I mean, if y'all do it, I would love to see it. I mean, I can't stand the Bucs.
You're going to have to hold them and score. So, even if you hold them, I don't know if your
defense... That's our problem right now, is scoring the ball.
I don't think your defense is going to hold them that long.
We kick too many field goals. That's our problem right now.
The only time you can win kicking field goals is like, I don't know. You can control the run game, but at some point, you do got to pass it and be consistent.
No, that's our problem right now, is we can't finish the drives and score touchdowns.
And honestly, it ain't even like you can get Corey Davis from the Jets, because the Jets is damn sure ain't giving you Corey Davis.
Denzel Mims maybe, but
I mean, yeah, he probably on the market for anybody that needed a wideout.
I mean, they can get something for him while it's still hot. So, I mean, we already talked about Trayvon Diggs. Definitely think the Cowboys found their dog at corner. I mean, 3 interceptions and a pick 6 in the first 3 games of the season. He's balling out at the beginning of the season for sure. We talked about Josh Gordon being reinstated, signing with the Chiefs. And so the big question here after week 3, so are the Rams the number 1 team in the NFL after week 3?
I'm going to go with I mean, they played the most consistently on both ends. So, like, there's been a lot of teams that balled out on offense. There's been a lot of teams that balled out on defense. Mm-hmm. But it's almost like the Matt Stafford plug and play has really changed that team. Like, they've reignited. Because back when they went to the Super Bowl, it was really they had defensive pieces, but their offense was what drove that team. Definitely. Now then it was like they ramped up that defense. They got Jalen Ramsey. You know, you got solid pieces on the defensive end, and it was like the wheels were falling off of Jared Goff. Now you put someone in there who's got a dynamic arm. Not saying he's a top 5 quarterback, but you got someone who's got the dynamic arm that drives that offense.
He's always had the talent, just not
through 3 weeks. I would say, yeah, to me, they'd be the number one team.
Yeah, right now in the NFL, I'm definitely calling the Rams as the number one team in the league right now. I mean, it definitely helps to, come out week 3 and beat the Bucks the way they did, and to look
Who
good
looked
doing
unstoppable.
it.
Yeah,
look good doing it. Offensively, defensively, just a complete team. Something that honestly I feel like even since before the season started, I felt like we all kind of sensed that the Rams were going to be a pretty good team with throwing Matthew Stafford in there. So I'm definitely right now calling them as a team to beat in the NFL for sure.
We're seeing like this air raid attack too. It's crazy in the league.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember seeing people throw the ball as much.
I mean, it's just certain teams at this point you can't run the ball against, like Bucks.
Yeah,
you can't run the ball against the Rams. Like,
it's also kind of like the prototype now. I mean, ever since Pat Mahomes touched the league, I mean, we think about that one shootout between him and Jared Goff. Like, I think y'all remember when Steph Curry dropped, I think it was like 11 threes on the Knicks, and like ever since that day, the whole NBA has been just like threes raining on everybody. This is kind of I would credit that Jared Goff versus Pat Mahomes showdown has been like, this might not be that rare going forward, that we'll see a lot of guys throwing 50 plus passes a game.
I ain't letting my quarterback throw the ball more than 35 times, 38, 35. Like, that's ridiculous. But if you're gonna do all that, you better make sure your secondary good. And the Bucks think Richard Sherman about to solve their woes. I'm letting you know the 49ers let Buddy walk for a reason.
Yeah.
And if you need some tape, Devontae Adams got some tape cooking him. Sammy Watkins cooked him in the like, bro, he ain't the answer. Like,
yeah,
y'all got veterans that can help those young dudes. Like, granted, you ain't got a vet in the secondary, but he ain't the vet you need. Like, go ask the Patriots to get Stephon Gilmore.
I'll say this though, the fact is he would probably still be their best corner. Not saying that it solves the problems. But to me, they're
not deep. Yeah, they are.
They're that bad.
What is he good? What coverage is he good in though when he plays?
He can play zone on one side of the field. Is that all he can do? Yeah, but I mean that's better than.
But he's good in zone, right?
Yeah.
What do they normally? They're running press. Maybe sometimes they run cover too.
And he's a big, strong guy. So I mean, you can.
Well, look what happened when he's
not the same term. We know that.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying, look what
happened. No one's saying he's answering their problems. I'm just saying they're so bad. Why not?
Give it a go.
Give it a go. He was in press coverage against Sammy and Devontae Adams.
That's all I'm saying, bro. I mean, look what just happened, with 34-year-old Deshaun Jackson, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods. I mean, it was just like, a high school game. They were so open.
But the thing is, to me, you knew that was a need. Like, I'm tired of people acting like they didn't know these.
Yes,
these
I'm not giving them, and I'm not saying, oh, they got Richard Sherman. Now we can't talk junk about the fact that they had a million other options. I'm not saying that. Yeah. I'm just saying I don't hate the pickup because when you look at what's available, who else are they going to get without a trade?
That's why you do the trade, is what I'm saying. I feel it's weird that the league is like so stingy on trades. Like, I don't know if it's like owners are like, I don't want to trade, or if it's
specifically
like,
to the Bucks either. I mean, they're the defending champs. No one wants to give them. They already got the offense of this new decade. You know what I mean? Outside of maybe the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But I could totally see teams being like, I really don't want to do this trade because they got enough.
But Bradley Roby, or I forget this dude's name, he went to the Saints, right? Saints traded for that corner.
Yeah.
You could have traded for the corner before the Saints, is what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's time. There were corners available to snag. Like, you look, CJ Henderson. CJ Henderson just went.
I agree 100%. I'm just saying.
You're just saying it's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing, bro. If he's there, get him.
It's better than
definitely better than their current corners for sure. I mean, I think that's what Nick is saying pretty much.
I don't even think they were hurting for a corner. I think they need a safety, bro.
A safety, because look at what Deshaun Jackson was just cooking on them. I mean, you could have had somebody back there.
That dude, that number 43, I think he's a rookie. Like, he's getting cooked. Like,
he looks lost, bro. He's like, I need
maybe Aguilar can come to week, bro. Come get away.
Some plays,
help me,
bro. Some plays he looks good, and then other plays I'm like, bro, what are you thinking?
You talking about Antoine Winfield?
No, not Winfield, but Winfield's been looking bad too.
Oh, you're talking about the other safety. Okay.
Yeah, he's stepping in for somebody too. So, like, my thing is, maybe you didn't need a corner. Maybe you needed. I mean, they need
something.
They did have.
I mean, they just need something.
They did have injuries, so they probably needed a corner, bro. You might as well call Earl Thomas. Like, that's how bad they look. Like, and the thing is, like, I don't know if you guys are looking at
what are they gonna put Sherman in safety?
Call them the
No,
Legion of
he's too
Gloom, bro.
He's too slow to put his safety.
I mean, but you put him at corner
Trust
where
me.
you pressing up on somebody. That's worse.
I definitely ain't putting him at corner.
That's what I'm saying. You put him at safety. You ain't got to be the fastest.
But he
safety.
ain't
You're
never
already
played.
over top.
He ain't never played safety. I mean, the only good thing though, Sherm's smart as hell. So
That's
Sherm,
what I'm saying.
could he figure it out? Yeah, but
And he'd be a good. I mean, I don't know if we can. He'd be a good at coaching up some of the younger guys.
yeah, if
For
you
sure.
just want
That veteran presence for sure.
Yeah.
if you just want to coach your young guys and still get cooked, it's perfect.
I mean, because they're getting cooked anyway, so we might as well get some guidance.
If that's your answer, you want the young guys to learn how to get cooked later in life, then yes.
Bro, you walk in that locker room. I'm walking in the locker room. Everybody's looking around, but he's old. He's washed. Yeah, and y'all are young and not washed, and you're still getting cooked.
Boy.
Bro, the fact of it is like Brady's having to get in shootouts because y'all is just letting up points. And
But
the
Adrian
thing
Burner
is,
say, I'm getting cooked.
I don't. It's crazy. I just wish teams would realize, like, hey, I kind of need this, and I should probably be aggressive and do it now instead of waiting until maybe something's gonna be available. Like the Lions released Jamie Collins. That honestly is something you could wait to be available. Like that's fine. He's kind of older. Get him at a discount. I wouldn't trade for Jamie Collins, but if the Ravens picked him up now, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
Like the Patriots don't need him because they're so deep at linebacker. Can the Falcons use Jamie Collins? Probably, yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean,
the only reason I would see him coming back,
we couldn't use.
Yeah, the only reason I would see him coming back is simple fact of, he fits our system well. We're already familiar with him. Bill likes him already because we drafted him and all of this, whatever.
But that's the thing. Like once there's talent like that available that you can grab to add as a bonus to your team. Why would what you get what I'm saying, Nick? Like the Bucks have been looking at this free agency chart that has Earl Thomas in it. And I don't think Earl Thomas is bad. You know why Earl Thomas got cut? It's because he punched Chuck Clark and they got into it. If he didn't do that,
I'm saying why not both? Bring in Richard Sherman and Earl Thomas.
They didn't work together. So
yeah, why not?
I'm doing it. If I'm the GM, I ain't got nothing to lose. I already brought in Antonio Brown. All you Richard Sherman ain't had a case. And then Earl Thomas is just like doing some weird shit.
Hey, listen, they good on the field, but off the field, question mark. Look, question mark. But
apparently Tom's good at getting these guys to get their act together. So
exactly, bro. Sunshine State, y'all got advantages. Granted, I don't want to see y'all win a single game. So
yeah,
do whatever you want to do.
So now we gonna kick things off here with the fan favorite with the overtime segment.
I'm gonna go first again, Nick.
I got some tough questions for y'all today.
Let me stretch. Let me get ready for this.
Yeah, you do gotta get ready for ass whoopings every once in a while.
Hey, it'd be the first time if you get me 2 weeks in a row, somebody to beat me.
All right, so start things off here. So, which team made their first Super Bowl appearance in 2004? Was it the Ravens, Panthers, Saints, or Bucks?
Panthers.
I know it's the Panthers too. That's when y'all played them.
Okay. I had to give y'all a little warm up. Only warm up question you get. I'm telling you now. So, which wide receiver is the highest scoring in NFL history? Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, Marvin Harrison, or Flipper Anderson?
You mean the one that got the most touchdowns?
Yeah.
Jerry Rice.
I'm gonna go Marvin Harrison.
All right. It's actually Flipper Anderson.
I should have said that because why the hell did you put it?
Yeah, bro. I was thinking about it, but I'm like, Jerry got.
What was this 1921? Yeah. I don't even know who the Flipper Anderson, bro. That sounds like someone's old drunk granddad at the end of the bar.
These next couple of questions.
We got to put a cap on this shit. We got to start doing our generation or something.
These was all pretty recent, bro. These are all pretty recent. I tried to.
What year he played? I gotta hear it.
So, moving on. So 16 Super Bowls have been played in Florida. Which team has the most Super Bowl wins in Florida? So the Patriots, Steelers, 49ers, or Colts?
Steelers.
Say them again.
So the Steelers, Pats, Niners, or Colts?
I'm gonna go Pats.
So Keith is actually right. with the Steelers.
Nah, I just remember because I was like, I ain't never seen the Patriots come down here to play a bowl. Like I think they played in Atlanta when they played Atlanta, right?
No, it wasn't in Atlanta. I don't remember that one was, but we
Yeah. But I like all the ones the Patriots then won. I don't think I've ever seen them come. Maybe one they've came here.
Moving on here. So we got how many Super Bowls have been played in the Miami area? 5, 7, 9, or 11?
7.
Nick is just
I'm
like,
gonna go 5.
so it's actually 11.
What? Holy shit, bro. I thought 11 was like some outrageous
Yeah,
number.
way too many.
I was like, ain't no way. But then I should have thought about it like back in the day, like they were
They
only
probably
playing
love
like,
going to Miami.
yeah, they were
like,
only playing in like big cities that they could
Yeah.
draw the people to. That's crazy. 11? Holy shit, bro. That's crazy. That's like real crazy when you think about it. I wasn't expecting that.
Make sure I mark off these questions. All right. Next question here. So 10 states have hosted the Super Bowl. Which has not? New Jersey, New York, Michigan, or Minnesota?
Say it one more time.
Yeah, same again.
Jersey, New York, Michigan, or Minnesota? So New Jersey, New York, Michigan, or Minnesota?
Michigan.
Bro, I'm gonna go New York because I feel like they play in like the Meadowlands.
Yeah.
It's
New
Jersey,
York.
yeah, where they play. So it's New York. Let's get it, bro.
Really? That's so
Yeah, because
weird.
the
Yeah.
Jets and the Giants don't play in New York. They play in New Jersey. And no one's gonna play in Buffalo, bro. Let's get
Oh
that
my
out
god. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. You're right.
All right, we got 2 more questions here. Y'all both tied at 2 apiece. So moving on to this next question. So what team defeated Dan Marino in his only Super Bowl? The Redskins, Niners, Bears, or Giants?
Say them again.
The Redskins, Niners, Bears, or Giants? So there's what team defeated Dan Marino in his only Super Bowl?
Bears went 15-1 and won the Super Bowl. Dan Marino cooked them. That was his only loss. That was their only loss. But I'm gonna go with Washington.
Who you went with, Keith?
You said the
The
Bears.
Bears.
Oh, okay, because it lagged on me. So both of y'all was wrong. It's actually the Niners.
Damn. Oh,
Bro, you didn't. Did you offer? Did you say
he
the
did.
Niners?
He did say the Niners.
Oh,
He did say the Niners.
oh my god! I don't know why I didn't go Niners because I was like thinking. I'm like, well, the football team definitely ain't no. And I was like, well, the Bears had like a killer defense for like a run, a good time. And I'm like, okay, maybe the Bears, but
Yeah, I don't know what happened. My internet was unstable for a little second. That's
I don't know
he
why I ignored the Niners. I would have totally went the Niners.
Yeah, they ran in the 80s. I don't know why I didn't say that.
Yeah.
All right. So, what player has scored the most touchdowns in the Super Bowl? Is it Tom Brady, Emmitt Smith, Jerry Rice, or John Stallworth?
Hold on. Like, wait, because Tom's not a receiver. He's throwing them.
In the Super Bowl, has scored the most. I mean, if you throw a touchdown, it counts as your touchdown.
I think we lost him.
I think we lost Terrance.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going to Stallworth.
He went with Stallworth. I feel like it's Stallworth as well because why the hell are you throwing these random names in here?
No, Stallworth was in a tear with Pittsburgh back in the day.
But I know, but
So this is your final answer. So
yeah, finals.
like I said, if you're a quarterback, if you're throwing a touchdown, it still counts as your touchdown.
Okay.
So
But I'm gonna go with Tom.
no, wait, you know. We both just said Stallworth. You can't.
So
just
we got-
Hold on. No, first of all, I was saying I feel like it would be him just because of that. If you can change your answers on the bullshit that you were saying, I never said that was my final answer. You said that was your final answer. I got Tom Brady.
You gotta
Hell
beat this
no.
one. There ain't no
Hell
way you
no.
let him get away. Because
Well,
I
it
know
don't matter because both of y'all wrong anyway.
Okay, cool.
Oh, all right.
We are not about to do that.
So we got Jerry Rice.
Oh my, bro.
That's why I threw that question in there because you
Bro,
answered Jerry Rice earlier
God
too.
damn it, bro. I'm so mad. I was like, I have feelings, Jerry, but I don't want to say Jerry.
I gotta come up with another question because y'all tied.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, you don't like the way that shit feels, do you, Keys?
No, bro.
Huh?
Because Terrance Terrance said it. He's like, well, if you're the quarterback, it's still counting.
I don't even want to hear it, bro.
Well, no, I was just telling you because you was questioning. I guess.
And that was genuine, but genuinely though, that was never my pick. I was literally about to get my answer. But yeah, I was like, I feel like it's gonna be him because of that. But and then he said it could still be the quarterback. So I don't want to hear it.
It's about 8 dinner night. Damn. Oh, Terrance was
RP to Alex Trebek.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. For a second, I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And then I put it together.
Oh man.
I'm really mad the Ravens went into that game against.
I really gotta come up with another question.
You heard me, Nick?
What's up?
The fact that the Ravens went into that game against the Lions like that, but we're not gonna act like Marquise Brown didn't drop 3 passes. I think two were touchdowns.
It's weird how the Lions have been able to hang in some of these games.
I don't think they're bad. I think they might be coached really well, honestly.
That's what it's got to be because one, I mean, Jared Goff has actually played decent. He's not playing bad, but like overall, their roster talent is really not up to par. They're not awful, but they're not up to par.
Oh, it's damn near awful.
Yeah.
Penei Sewell having a season.
Hawkinson's a pretty good tight end.
Yeah, I feel bad because he's just kind of stuck there. You know what I mean? I think he's good, but he's like. He's there, and you're kind of like, damn, bro, like you're stuck here. Like you might go down like Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson. Not saying he's gonna be that great, but just like you're gonna be super good on this team.
I'm about to say you just put his name.
No, I'm saying
legends,
like,
bro.
Yeah, I put him with legends, but
yeah, I get what you're saying, but just in terms of being stuck and not being able to get out.
Yeah, like not that he gonna be that good because he would already be booming if that was the case.
Yeah,
but that's
crazy. What about Shane saying that Megatron wasn't up there? I gotta ask y'all, Megatron or AB?
Terrance, keep looking for the questions.
I gotta look for the question real quick.
Obviously.
Don't do that. You're thinking too much. The fact you're even thinking.
No, I'm personally taking Megatron without a doubt. I just feel like there is
AB's prime was crazy, but
you gotta look into account that how they was throwing the ball. They damn near throwing the ball every down, and then Megatron.
There's literally that picture where he's got 3
people
DBs
and it's not
pressing him at the line, bro.
It's not made up. Like, so I gotta go Megatron, but I get what people are saying because you compare AB's stats just to Megatron's career, like where AB
I'll say this.
was on a tear.
I feel like when people pick AB over Megatron, it's kind of like what we say when people take other running backs over Derrick Henry. Like, sure, AB is obviously the better route runner, but the dominance that Megatron was is like, to me, unfathomable. Like there'll never be a more dominant receiver.
I think Julio's better than Megatron though.
So I mean, you don't have to tell me that.
Yeah,
because to me, I got Julio. I mean, I don't even want to tell y'all what I got Julio, but no, I literally got him as the GOAT. But
Julio's route running is what I think puts him over Calvin. I feel like they're similar in a lot of ways, but his route running
just Calvin was bigger.
Yeah, Calvin was just he like it doesn't make sense. I would have put him at tight end. How is you this big and we got you at wide out? Like what? So I don't know.
But yeah, I would take Julio over anybody. Any given Sunday, I'd take Julio.
I think Julio's special, bro. Especially
he had everything, bro. Like whatever you want to say about Randy Moss, like Julio was bigger and stronger. And then whatever you want to say about like Jerry Rice, I mean, Julio was bigger and stronger. He's got some of the most reliable hands. In my opinion, the best catch in Super Bowl history. That one on the sideline saved the game when he's bro. Julio's good, bro.
All right, Terrance, you find a question, or are we taking a tactical pause until next week to continue?
Are you scared?
The fact that I had 7 questions and y'all decided to tie.
I'm not scared, but my man, we're gonna be off here until 10 o'clock at night. And Terrance keep looking.
Yeah, we just move on to word of the day, honestly. It's all good.
Yeah. We take the draw tonight, Terrance. It's all right.
Yeah. And then we can start off next week. I have a tiebreaker or 2 questions, and then we can move on.
One. It's got to be one.
All right, 1 question, 1 tiebreaker question. The only reason I said 2 because
we might tie. Yeah. And Keith loves
piggybacking. Piggyback. I picked first this whole time. Last 2-3 weeks.
Or I might be able to find question by the time you finish the word of the day. So let's see.
Go ahead,
All right.
Nick. Word of the day.
All right. So I got a humble one for us today. I find this is very helpful in a lot of situations. Undersell but overperform. So a lot of people I feel like put a little too much on their plate, try to overcommit to things. Just let people know, be honest, say, I might be able to do X, Y, and Z. And then when you come through clutch, it really shows your worth to a lot of people. I feel like a lot of times people undersell themselves or oversell themselves and then underperform, adding unnecessary stress, kind of leaving a lot to be taken care of out there. So just a little bit of advice I've always found is pretty useful. Undersell, overperform.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like that for sure.
I like that. That's nice. All right, Terrance ain't get it, folks. We love y'all.
Yeah, these guys
Right.
they want to decide to come out here and tithe. That I'm gonna had 100 questions for them. So we gonna follow this one up at the beginning of the episode next week, and we're gonna give y'all a winner. But yeah, this has been Cover Forward with the guys. We out.
Later.